FMU, you're on the air.
Shine on, you crazy diamond.
Oh, yeah, Sid Barrett.
Yeah.
Guy. You kind of bummed about it?
I saw him at the Spectrum. Not with him, of course.
Uh-huh.
Animals tour.
Yeah, this is Philly Boy Roy, right?
Yeah, the one and only.
That's right. The one. There's only one of these guys who call up. We got that guy Spike, who calls. There's only one of him. There's only one of you.
The one and only, but I'm not from Olney.
What's that?
The one and only, but I'm not from Olney. That's an inside one for the Phillyites.
Okay, well, there you go. That's one for the Phillyites.
I'd like to get a sticker made that says that.
The one and only, but not from
Olney.
Olney.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Look it up.
I'm assuming Olney is a town
Yes.
outside of Philly.
Yes. Oh, man. You see me on the news?
No.
You didn't?
What were you doing on the news?
Well, it was all over the news down here. I won the annual running of the cheesesteaks on Saturday.
The running of the cheesesteaks.
Yeah, in Yardley.
What is the running of the cheesesteaks?
Well, you know how they have that thing in France where they run the bulls?
Yes.
Only it's like that, but instead of being chased by a bunch of cows,
Yeah.
we get chased by a bunch of little people dressed in cheesesteak costumes, riding mini four-wheelers through the streets of Yardley.
The running of the cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
So you have little people,
yeah.
which I believe is the proper.
They're midgets.
No, that's not the right. That's offensive.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you have them. So you have these little people wearing cheesesteak costumes.
Yeah,
And what are they riding?
like the mini four-wheelers.
So they're riding four-wheelers and you're running from them.
Yeah,
So that it's trying not to, get run over?
exactly.
I mean,
A lot of people do.
but they're not like swinging anything like weapons.
Yeah, oh, so you have seen it.
No, I haven't. What?
They're swinging these shellacked cheesesteaks.
Like what? Like a nunchuck?
Exactly, yeah.
Or like a mace?
Steak chucks.
Steak chucks.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're riding through the streets of Philly with steak chucks.
Yardley.
Of Yardley. Where is Yardley?
It's a suburb.
Okay. Well, a suburb of Philly. So they're riding. So you won this.
And guess what I won?
What?
I got a 200-pound cheesesteak.
You won it. What do you
That should last a few days, huh?
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, a few.
Maybe not, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Already tore into it.
How much of it have you eaten already?
About a third.
A third of it.
Why?
Well, because it's 200 pounds.
Yeah.
That means you've already put away like 65 pounds?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And I'll let the kids get into it later.
Uh-huh. You let that...
Daddy gets to Christian it, though.
What's that?
Daddy gets to Christian it.
Christen it?
What did I say?
Christian it.
Same thing, isn't it?
Well, no, I think one word is you use Christian. You don't Christian something.
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to a lexicographer.
A what?
A lexicographer, like the Lexan?
I'm not even going to go near
Like
that.
language.
I understood that part. Let's just move on.
Okay.
So you have this cheesesteak. You've already eaten 60-something pounds of it.
I have. You sound like that's weird or something.
Well, it's a fair amount to eat.
You know what is weird?
What's that?
What happened the other night?
What happened? Well, what was that with the cheesesteak?
No. Something even weirder than that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're calling. You're telling me about this running of the cheesesteaks, where little people are dressed in cheesesteak costumes, driving four-wheelers down the streets of a suburb of Philly, kind of swinging them at people, like these shellac cheesesteaks. And then you want a 200-pound cheesesteak that you've already eaten 60-something pounds of in one day, and now you're telling me that something weirder than that happened.
Yeah. You act like that's something incredible or something.
Oh.
This is Philly. This stuff happens all the time.
All right. What happened?
Well, Roy Jr. and I, my little boy,
Yeah, that's right.
he and I was watching court TV the other day, and they had this thing on about them psychic detectives.
Sure.
Well, it was really fascinating. They had this woman, and she closed her eyes, and she'd get these images of these crime scenes, and who might have committed them crimes and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, it was really wild.
So
And so then I say, just out of the blue, just in passing, I say, oh, man, it would be so weird to be psychic like that. You know, you could see into the future and you know stuff that other people don't know.
Sure.
And would you believe this? Roy Jr. goes, but Roy, I am psychic.
So he told you that he's psychic?
Yeah.
Well, what? First of all, your son calls you Roy?
Yeah.
What? He doesn't call you Dad?
No, we don't. I don't really like it. But what are you going to do? He's Roy Jr.
So he calls you Roy.
Yeah.
And there's not. What are you going to do? Maybe be a parent.
You don't know Roy Jr. like I do, and like everyone else in Roxborough does.
So you've kind of given up.
Well, no, I haven't given up, but you got to give him some leeway on a couple things like that. He's special, as I'm about to relate.
So he tells you, your son Roy Jr.
Yeah.
tells you that he's psychic.
Yeah. And so I'm pretty I don't believe it.
You're skeptical of it.
Totally skeptical. So I go, oh yeah, prove it. And he says, I can see exactly what you had for lunch today. And he closes his eyes and he goes into like this trance. And I go, oh yeah, well you tell me what I had for lunch today. And Tom, wouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
He guessed it exactly right.
Well, what did you have for lunch?
A hoagie, potato chips, grape franks, tasty cakes, and he guessed it completely right.
Now, is that really that hard to guess?
Well, truth be told, I do have that pretty much every day or some variation. Some days I'll change it up. Maybe a hoagie, chips, sarsaparilla franks.
So, but you're still that proves that he's psychic?
No, it don't. And I was still a little skeptical though. So I go, you're pulling my leg there, young man. And he goes, okay, well check this out. And he closes his eyes and he goes, I can see that the lights in this room are going to go out really soon because there's going to be some kind of power overload. And I go, oh, you faker, come on. And Tom?
Yeah?
Sure enough, them lights did go out.
So the lights in the room went out?
It was so creepy.
So you're standing in the room.
No, I'm sitting there in the lazy boy like always.
And then all of a sudden, the lights go out.
They just went out. Like he was Moses or something.
And where was he during this?
What do you mean?
Where was your son?
Where was he, like, standing?
Yeah.
He was leaning up against the wall. Why?
Well, is there any way he could have been leaning up against the wall near the light switch?
Huh. Well, come to think of it, he was kind of standing, I guess, blocking, with... Oh, no, you shouldn't talk ill of him like that.
Am I really talking ill of him?
Sort of. Wait till I tell you what else happened.
Okay.
The weirdest thing happened the next morning.
Okay, what's that?
Well, I wake up, and who's hovering over our bed? But Roy Jr.
He's hovering over your bed.
Yeah, Rhoda and I were still sleeping.
And
I go, what's the matter? And Roy Jr. goes, didn't you hear it?
What? Hear what?
He said that lightning hit our house last night, and now I'm you, and you're me.
Now I'm you, and you're me.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I didn't know what he was talking about, but then he explained that the lightning hit the house and it made us change into each other, and now he was Roy Sr. and I was Roy Jr.
You mean like a move, like Freaky Friday?
Exactly, yeah.
Wait, hold on. So he's saying, but why? Well, but he didn't though.
He did, though. I didn't believe him at first, neither.
You didn't believe that you had switched places with him.
Yeah, but then he reminded me of those powers that he exhibited the night before.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to believe him.
Why did you have to believe him?
Because he proved to me the night before that he was psychic. So what else could I do but give him the checkbook and my credit cards when he asked for them?
You gave him the checkbook.
Yeah.
Why?
And the credit card.
Why?
Well, since he was me, he said he should have that stuff to pay the bills and stuff.
Did you feel any different, like you were him?
Not really, no.
So you gave him the checkbook?
He said I was him, yeah. What else could I do but get ready for the first day of summer school?
So hold on a second. So you got ready for school.
Yeah.
And did you go?
Of course I did. I told him I didn't want to, but he said I'd be grounded if I didn't go.
But this is not you.
But you don't know what he's like. He started glaring at me with those psychic eyes. So I immediately got dressed.
And then what did you do? You went to his school?
Well, then Roy Sr., he made me go to school.
Uh-huh.
He drove me there.
He drove you to school?
Yeah.
I can't believe that you fell for this.
Well, he even gave me a quarter for lunch money.
A quarter?
Yeah.
And what are you supposed to eat with a quarter?
Well, back when I was a kid, you could get milk and like a soft pretzel for a quarter.
Uh-huh. Well, that's not much of a lunch, though.
Oh, man, school sure has changed since I was there.
Uh-huh.
You can't smoke in the bathroom no more.
So you tried to smoke in the bathroom?
They got all these smoke detectors.
And you got in trouble.
I did get in trouble. I couldn't figure out none of those theorems and stuff.
So you actually went and took all the classes?
I tried to, yeah.
Well, and what was he doing, meanwhile?
Well, Roy came and picked me up from school at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he had, do you know what a catamaran is?
Like a boat?
Yeah, he had like a mini catamaran on the top of the car.
Uh-huh.
Turns out he called in sick at Wawa as me.
Yeah?
And he went down the shore.
And how did he get a mini catamaran?
Well, he bought one with the checkbook I gave him.
Oh, well, has it reversed yet?
Well, I don't know. Think how mad I was, though.
You mean what? Because you...
Well, he bought the thing with the checkbook, but, the joke's on him.
Why is that?
Because there wasn't enough money in that account to pay for it. They're going to come after him for that money.
Well, but I wouldn't exactly start celebrating yet, because your name is on that checking account, right?
Yeah. Oh no. I didn't think of that.
Why are you so susceptible to this kid?
He's got them powers.
You know what? It sounds like the only power he's got is this power of just deluding you and making you think he's got powers.
No, you gotta see it in person. Oh, man. Now I wonder if he's gonna take us to Laser Allin tonight.
To what?
Laser Allin?
Who or what is Laser Allin?
At the planetarium.
Laser Allin.
Remember how when we was kids they'd do Laser Floyd?
Uh-huh.
You know, you'd go to like a planetarium or someplace and they'd play the music at full volume. You'd hear like dong 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 dong. You know, and they'd shoot those laser beams up at the ceiling, and you'd be all freaked out because you were on dust.
Because you were on dust.
Yeah, or lewds.
Well, and I have no idea about that part of it. I mean, I know what you mean by a laser show.
Yeah.
You mean like Laser Floyd or
yeah.
something?
Well, they're doing the same thing, but it's with the music of my old friend Kevin Allin.
Kevin Allin.
Yeah. Oh, you probably know him as Gigi Allin.
Hold on. Laser Allin?
Yeah.
So it's Gigi Allin's music.
Uh-huh.
Set to with a laser accompaniment.
Yeah. Why?
I've never heard that. Just sounds insane. How on earth? I mean, that's some of the most unpleasant music ever.
You know what you're talking about.
So you're going to go to this and watch a laser show.
Yeah.
With that's kind of interpreting the music of Gigi Allin.
Totally, yeah.
I can't believe that anyone would go to that.
Oh, man. He was a good dude.
Gigi Allin was not a good dude.
Oh, he certainly was.
How what are you basing that on?
I knew him. We were total buds.
How did you knew Gigi Allin?
Of course I did.
How on earth did you know Gigi Allin?
What?
How on earth?
Lost you there for a second. You there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Well,
how do I know?
Oh, you're right there, Philly.
I'm okay. How do I know him?
Yeah.
Well, in the late 80s, I drove cab here in Philly, and I picked him up one night.
Okay. You picked up Gigi Allin in your cab.
Yeah.
And you hit it off with him?
Well, yeah, he was on his way to play this show in West Philly at this basement club called The Crypt.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, it was crazy. I've never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I met all of Gigi's band, his brother Merle and the rest of the Murder Junkies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I ended up taking the whole band back to the house they were staying at.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Where was that?
It was down in South Philly, total dump area.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was awful. I had to hose down the back seat after they got out.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Oh, yuck.
So, but you became buddies
Oh,
with
the
them.
stories that seat could tell.
I don't want to hear those stories.
But Gigi and I totally hit it off, and we stayed in touch over the years. And you know what?
What?
I actually promoted what was to be his last show in Philly.
You promoted a Gigi Allin show.
I sure did.
This I have to hear about.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
You going to strap yourself in?
Yes, I'm strapped.
Buckle up.
Okay, I'm buckled up.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was having a hard time getting a show booked down here.
Uh-huh.
And this would have been like May of '93. As you'll recall, he passed on, I believe, in like June or July.
Yeah, he passed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So he called and he said, I can't get no shows booked down here. No one's booking me. Dobbs ain't going to book me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know the first thing about booking no bands, but I told him I'd try.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking, where are the most people going to be at midnight on a Saturday night?
Yeah.
It's simple.
Where?
Geno's.
Geno's Steaks?
Yeah. On Passyunk.
On what?
Passyunk Avenue.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know Passyunk
You
Avenue.
dummy.
Oh, again, I'm sorry.
You feel a dummy.
Oh, That's a good one. I'll take.
I'm going to make stickers that say that and put them up on your car.
That's a
and your face.
Oh, okay, great. So you book a show. How on earth did you book a show for Gigi Allin at Geno's Steaks?
Well, check it out, okay? It didn't actually go that good.
Okay.
It actually went kind of bad. So I figured that he'd just show up with the band and they'd set up and they'd play, and it would be good for both him and Geno's. Lots of Gigi fans would come to Geno's, buy cheesesteaks, and lots of people who were there to get food would see Gigi Allin and love his music.
Oh yeah, you thought it would be like a perfect kind of like a symbiotic.
It's win-win.
Yeah, it's win-win.
But the problem was I never really okayed it with Geno's. I thought they'd be cool about it, like bringing in extra business.
So from Geno's point of view, all of a sudden, they're running a busy Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Gigi Allin shows up and tries to do an impromptu show.
Not just Gigi Allin and them murder junkies.
And them murder junkies.
They set up their gear on the sidewalk, because it was a nice night. But it started to rain.
Yeah.
So we start to move the gear into the kitchen where they make them cheesesteaks. And that's when Geno and his staff got really, really, really mad.
Oh, I'm shocked. So Geno, because all of a sudden Gigi Allin and the murder junkies,
they've invaded the kitchen.
Yeah.
So there's this big fight. And Merle Allin, Gigi's brother, who plays bass in them murder junkies.
Sure, yeah.
He gets his Hitler mustache singed right on the stove. Came right off.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So there was a fight. How many songs did the band end up performing?
Well, that's the thing. They didn't end up playing any. Because when Gigi started preparing what he called his special cheesesteak sauce...
Oh, I don't even want to know about that.
Well, he was preparing this special cheesesteak sauce.
I'm not even going to go there.
And all hell broke loose,
Yeah,
and people started running away from Geno's.
Well, there's a shocker. People ran away. Okay, I didn't want to know anything about that, but it just sounds like it's par for the course as far as Gigi Allin goes. So that was his last show in Philly.
Yeah. I never saw Gigi again. I had to hightail it home.
And Geno's has no problem letting you eat there.
I don't eat there no more. I eat at Jim's now, or Wawa. I make my own stuff.
Okay.
But, man, I was really looking forward to Laser Allin.
Yeah, well, I guess that might not happen then. I guess...
I really wanted to see what they would do when they synced up the laser beams to songs like Expose Yourself to Kids. I Don't Give an S.
Yeah.
Legalize Murder. Watch Me Kill. But, I talked to this dude up in Western Maine who saw Laser Allin.
Yeah.
And he said during Drink, Fight, and F...
Yeah.
They project this giant 40-foot Gigi on the ceiling, and he shoots laser beams out of his,
okay.
You know what?
Yeah, we can imagine.
Oh, no.
And it's laser beams, by the way.
What is?
The word.
What word?
You were saying laser beams?
Yeah, they shoot laser beams.
What is a beam?
It's like a little point of laser light, like George Bush said.
It's beam.
100 points of laser beams.
It's beam. B-E-A-M.
You don't know what you're talking about. Well, I gotta run soon.
Okay. All right. Well.
I think I saw John Q. Law driving by the house a couple times.
And why are you on the run from John Q. Law?
Well, in a nutshell. There's this new Quiznos up on Roosevelt Boulevard.
Yeah.
And I went in there to check out the competition, see how they're making them cheesesteaks.
Yeah, because you work at Wawa.
I've never been into one before.
Into a Quiznos.
You're not going to believe this, Tom.
Yeah.
They toast them rolls over there.
Yeah, no, that's part of their advertising.
You don't do that. It's sick.
Toasting rolls?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that sick?
It ruins the experience.
The experience of what? Just
Them sandwiches. You gotta have a soft roll.
Well, I guess it's just a matter of personal taste.
You know what's worse?
What's that?
They don't got no Philly-centric tchotchkes over there like we do at Wawa.
No Philly-centric tchotchkes?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I went over there and I go, you guys need to put up pictures of the legends.
Like the Philly legends?
Yeah.
Like...
And Franklin.
Uh-huh.
Betsy Ross.
Uh-huh.
Julius Erving.
Sure.
Bam Margera.
Bam Margera, of course.
Tina Fey, the pride of Upper Darby.
That's right.
John Oates, the pride of North Wales.
Uh-huh.
McFadden and Whitehead, not sure where they're from.
Okay.
Dean Clean.
From the Dead Milkmen.
Oh, you're a fan.
I know
he
about...
He wrote Dean's Dream.
What's that?
He wrote Dean's Dream and Nitro Burning Funny Cars.
Okay, those
Donna
are...
Pascal.
From Angie.
Jim O'Brien.
Jim O'Brien.
Action News, you dummy.
Oh, Action News, okay.
Robert Hazard.
Yep.
Andy Kravitz.
Don't know who that is.
He played drums on Sister Havana.
Hold on. Sister Havana by Urge Overkill.
Yeah.
Andy Kravitz.
He's a session musician. You're not going to tell me you think Blackie O played drums on that song.
I never gave it much thought.
That's one of the best drum tracks ever been laid down.
Sister Havana.
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
But anyways, those people at Quiznos, they go, we got to check with the home office up in Schenectady before we do something like that.
Yeah.
And they asked me to leave.
So they ask you to leave the
Quiznos.
The Quiznos.
On Roosevelt Boulevard.
Uh-huh.
And when I told Roy Jr.,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
He went nuts.
How did he go nuts?
He demanded I go back there and get restitution for their lack of Philly respect.
So what did you do? You went back?
I did.
And what did you do?
Well, I told him it wasn't really that big a deal. But he started looking at me with those psychic eyes.
Uh-huh.
It was like those laser beams was going right into my mind.
And then what happened?
Well, it's all kind of hazy from there.
Uh-huh.
Next thing I know, there's a report on the news about the Quiznos getting burnt down to the ground.
So somebody torched the Quiznos.
Wasn't nobody hurt or nothing, but they said 2 people, one short and one tall, was seen fleeing the scene.
Uh-huh. Jeepers, I wonder who that might have been.
I'm worried.
Why, do you think it was you?
You don't think Roy Jr. put me under some kind of spell and made me do that, do you?
I think you're using Roy Jr. as an excuse.
What do you mean?
That you felt insulted by the Quiznos not having pictures of the drummer on Sister Havana or McFadden and Whitehead on the wall. So then you went back and torched the place.
Maybe it wasn't me operating under my own psychic will.
Maybe it was. Well, maybe it was though.
Oh no.
What?
It's Officer Harrops at the door.
Uh-huh. Well,
Officer Giuseppe Harrops.
I didn't know his first name was Giuseppe.
What are you talking about? You got an Officer Harrops up there?
Yeah, in Newbridge.
We got one down here, too.
Well, maybe, I don't know if they're related, but that's...
He looks almost like the guy from Super Mario Brothers.
I don't know if he's related to the other one.
Well, I'll have to ask him after I'm done running from him.
And, oh, okay. Philly Boy Roy.